Self-respect is the foundation upon which everything else in your life is built. It's not just a concept, it's a practice, a mindset, and a way of living. When you respect yourself, you set the standard for how the world treats you. You become the author of your own story rather than a character in someone else's. Self-respect begins with recognizing your intrinsic worth. It's about understanding that you are enough, not because of your achievements, not because of the roles you play for others, but simply because you exist. This isn't about arrogance or ego, it's about having an unshakable sense of self-worth that isn't contingent on external validation. One of the most significant ways self-respect manifests is in the boundaries you set. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out, they are guidelines that define how you wish to be treated. A person with self-respect does not tolerate disrespect, manipulation, or exploitation. They don't allow others to drain their energy or take advantage of their kindness. Ask yourself, where in your life are you allowing things that are misaligned with your values? Are you saying yes when you mean no? Are you staying in relationships, jobs, or situations that make you feel small? Each time you compromise your boundaries, you send a message to yourself and the world that your needs are secondary. But when you uphold your boundaries, you reinforce your self-respect and demonstrate to others how you deserve to be treated. Self-respect also extends to the way you treat your body and mind. Are you taking care of your physical health, fueling yourself with nutritious food, staying active and getting enough rest? Are you protecting your mental space by avoiding toxic influences and practicing self-care? Neglecting your well-being erodes your sense of self-worth over time. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's a declaration of your value. Pay attention to the conversations you have with yourself. How do you speak to yourself when you make a mistake or face a challenge? Are you kind, forgiving, and encouraging? Are you harsh and critical? The way you talk to yourself matters because your inner dialogue shapes your beliefs and actions. Replace self-doubt and negativity with affirmations that remind you of your strengths and capabilities. Another critical aspect of self-respect is honoring your commitments to yourself. Every time you set a goal or make a promise to yourself, you're making a statement about your intentions. When you follow through, you build trust in your abilities and reinforce your self-respect. But when you repeatedly break promises to yourself, you diminish your confidence and sense of self-worth. Evaluate your environment as well. Who are the people in your life? Do they uplift you or bring you down? Surrounding yourself with individuals who respect and value you is an act of self-respect in itself. Toxic relationships, whether they are with friends, family, or romantic partners, are one of the quickest ways to undermine your self-worth. You don't have to accept treatment that feels wrong or unkind. Self-respect is also about accountability. It's recognizing when you've made mistakes, taking responsibility for your actions, and committing to do better. This isn't about beating yourself up, it's about learning and growing. True self-respect comes from knowing you're capable of change and improvement even when things don't go as planned. Finally, self-respect requires the courage to stand up for yourself even when it's uncomfortable. This might mean speaking up when someone crosses a line, walking away from situations that no longer serve you, or asserting your needs in relationships. It's about choosing yourself, even when it feels risky, because you know you are worth it. When you master the art of self-respect, it radiates into every aspect of your life. It shapes your decisions, influences your relationships, and determines the opportunities you attract. It's not about perfection, it's about consistently choosing to honor yourself no matter the circumstances. Building a life you're proud of is not something that happens overnight. It's a deliberate and ongoing process requiring commitment, courage, and clarity. It's about taking ownership of your journey and crafting a life that reflects your values, passions, and aspirations. It's not about living according to others' expectations, but designing a life that feels authentic and meaningful to you. Start by defining what a fulfilling life looks like for you. This means getting crystal clear on your goals, priorities, and dreams. Too often, people drift through life following a script that was handed to them, whether by their family, society, or circumstances, without ever pausing to ask, what do I truly want? To build a life you're proud of, you must first identify what success, happiness, and fulfillment mean to you personally. Take inventory of every area of your life, your relationships, career, health, personal growth, and leisure. Where are you thriving and where do you feel stagnant or unfulfilled? This process can be uncomfortable because it forces you to confront areas where you might be settling or falling short of your potential. But honesty is the first step toward transformation. Once you've identified what you want, the next step is creating a vision. A vision is more than just a vague idea of where you want to be. It's a detailed and vivid picture of your ideal life. Where do you see yourself in 5, 10, or even 20 years? What does your daily routine look like? What kind of people are you surrounded by? A clear vision gives you a sense of direction and purpose, serving as a compass for your decisions and actions. But a vision alone is not enough. Building a life you're proud of requires action consistent, intentional action. Break down your big goals into smaller, manageable steps and start moving forward, even if progress feels slow. The key is momentum. Every small victory builds confidence and brings you closer to the life you're working to create. Building a life you're proud of also means embracing growth and discomfort. Real change happens outside your comfort zone. Whether it's learning a new skill, pursuing a challenging opportunity, or leaving behind what no longer serves you, growth requires risk. It's about choosing courage over comfort time and time again. Another critical element is learning to prioritize your time and energy. Time is your most valuable resource, and how you spend it determines the quality of your life. Are you devoting your time to activities and people that align with your values and goals? Or are you letting distractions, obligations, or the expectations of others dictate your schedule? Building a life you're proud of means taking control of your time and saying no to anything that doesn't serve your greater purpose. Financial independence is another important aspect of building a fulfilling life. While money isn't the sole determinant of happiness, it provides freedom and security, allowing you to make choices based on your values rather than necessity. Take steps to manage your finances wisely, create a budget, save for the future, and invest in opportunities that align with your long-term goals. Your environment also plays a significant role in shaping your life. Surround yourself with people, places, and experiences that inspire and motivate you. Let go of toxic relationships and environments that drain your energy or hold you back. Seek out mentors, peers, and communities that share your values and encourage your growth. Equally important is finding work that aligns with your passions and purpose. A fulfilling career is not just about earning a paycheck, it's about doing work that feels meaningful and contributes to your sense of purpose. If you're not currently in a role that aligns with your passions, start exploring your options. What skills do you need to develop? What steps can you take to transition into a field that excites and fulfills you? Building a life you're proud of also means celebrating progress along the way. Don't wait until you've achieved your biggest goals to acknowledge your efforts. Every step forward is worth celebrating, and recognizing your progress reinforces your commitment to the journey. Finally, remember that building a life you're proud of isn't about perfection, it's about authenticity. It's about living in alignment with your values, making choices that reflect your true self, and creating a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling on your terms. It's about taking responsibility for your happiness and crafting a life that you can look back on with pride. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your life, on your mindset, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. Your circle is either pulling you up or dragging you down. There's no neutral ground. Elevating your circle is about being intentional with your relationships, ensuring they support your growth and reflect the life you want to create. First, recognize that you are the average of the people you spend the most time with. Look closely at your inner circle. Do they inspire you, challenge you, and encourage you to be better, or do they hold you back, fill your mind with doubt, or keep you tied to old habits that no longer serve you? If you're striving for greatness, you can't afford to be surrounded by negativity or complacency. Elevating your circle doesn't mean cutting people off coldly or disrespecting past relationships. It means being mindful of the energy, attitudes, and influence you allow into your life. Some relationships might naturally fade as you grow, and that's okay. Growth often requires letting go of what no longer aligns with your vision. Seek out people who align with your values and ambitions. These are individuals who embody qualities you admire, whether it's discipline, resilience, kindness, creativity, or success. Surround yourself with people who are already where you want to be or who are also striving for more. These relationships will push you to aim higher and show you what's possible. Elevating your circle also means contributing to it. Relationships are not just about what you can gain, but also what you can give. Be the kind of person who uplifts others, who listens, supports, and celebrates their successes. When you bring value to your relationships, you naturally attract people who do the same. Pay attention to how people make you feel. Some individuals leave you feeling energized, inspired, and motivated. Others drain your energy, plant seeds of doubt, or bring unnecessary drama into your life. It's important to protect your peace and prioritize relationships that leave you better, not worse. This process also requires setting boundaries. There will be people who try to guilt you into staying the same, who question your choices, or who feel threatened by your growth. Elevating your circle means having the strength to say no to these influences. It's not about judging or resenting others, it's about honoring your own path. Consider the types of conversations you're having with your current circle. Are you discussing ideas, goals, and possibilities, or are you caught in a loop of gossip, complaints, and negativity? The quality of your conversations reflects the quality of your relationships. Elevating your circle means engaging with people who challenge your thinking, broaden your perspective, and inspire action. Elevating your circle also extends to mentorship. A mentor doesn't have to be someone you know personally. They can be authors, speakers, or leaders whose wisdom you follow. Learn from those who have achieved what you aspire to and let their experiences guide you. Having access to this kind of insight can be a game changer. This doesn't mean abandoning friendships that have been meaningful to you, but it does mean being discerning. Some friends may grow with you, while others may choose a different path. That's a natural part of life. The key is to ensure that the core people in your life share your commitment to growth and positivity. Elevating your circle might also involve stepping into new environments. Attend events, join communities, or take part in activities where you're likely to meet like-minded individuals. Whether it's a professional network, a creative group, or a fitness community, surrounding yourself with people who share your passions and ambitions will amplify your growth. And remember, elevating your circle isn't just about external relationships, it's also about your relationship with yourself. The way you treat yourself sets the tone for how others treat you. If you don't believe in your worth or value, you'll attract relationships that reflect that. Elevating your circle starts with elevating your self-respect, your mindset, and your energy. Finally, don't underestimate the ripple effect of surrounding yourself with the right people. A supportive, inspiring circle can propel you further than you ever imagined, simply because they believe in you and remind you of your potential. When you elevate your circle, you elevate your entire life. Confidence isn't a luxury or an accessory to be worn occasionally. It's a necessity, a foundation upon which success, fulfillment, and resilience are built. Without confidence, even the most talented and capable individuals can struggle to realize their potential. Confidence is non-negotiable because it affects every aspect of your life, your relationships, career, decision-making, and even your sense of self-worth. True confidence doesn't come from external validation or fleeting achievements. It's not about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about trusting yourself, knowing your worth, and believing in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. Confidence is an internal state, cultivated from the inside out. It's not something you're born with, it's something you build, nurture, and protect. The first step to developing unshakable confidence is self-awareness. Understand who you are, your strengths, weaknesses, values, and passions. Confidence comes from knowing yourself deeply and owning all parts of yourself, even the imperfections. It's about standing tall in your authenticity and refusing to apologize for being who you are. Confidence is not arrogance. Arrogance is rooted in insecurity and need to prove something to others. Confidence, on the other hand, is quiet yet powerful. It's a calm assurance that comes from knowing you don't need to compare yourself to anyone else. When you're confident, you're not competing, you're creating, thriving, and evolving on your own terms. To build confidence, you must embrace challenges and step outside your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen in safety, it happens when you push your limits, take risks, and learn from failure. Every time you face a fear, take on a new challenge, or achieve a goal, you reinforce your belief in yourself. Confidence is a muscle, use it, and it grows, neglect it, and it withers. Confidence also requires action. You don't wait to feel confident before you act your way into confidence. When you take small steps forward, even when you're uncertain, you prove to yourself that you're capable. Each step builds momentum, and before you know it, you've created a track record of success that fuels your self-belief. Your mindset plays a critical role in cultivating confidence. Pay attention to the way you talk to yourself. Are you your biggest cheerleader or your harshest critic? Confidence requires self-compassion and positive self-talk. Replace thoughts of self-doubt with affirmations that remind you of your strengths and potential. The people you surround yourself with also influence your confidence. Spend time with those who uplift, encourage, and inspire you. Distance yourself from negativity and those who undermine your self-worth. Confidence is contagious. Being around confident, supportive individuals will naturally boost your own self-belief. Taking care of your physical health can also impact your confidence. When you feel strong, energized, and healthy, you naturally carry yourself differently. Regular exercise, good nutrition, and proper rest aren't just about physical well-being, they're acts of self-respect that reinforce your sense of worth. Confidence also means trusting your intuition. So often people look outside themselves for answers, doubting their instincts or overanalyzing decisions. But your intuition is a powerful guide shaped by your experiences, values, and inner wisdom. Trusting yourself to make the right choices is a cornerstone of confidence. Another important aspect of confidence is your ability to recover from setbacks. Life is full of challenges and no one is immune to failure. But confident people see failure as a stepping stone, not a dead end. They learn, adapt, and come back stronger. The belief that you can overcome any obstacle is what separates the confident from the defeated. Confidence also grows when you honor your commitments to yourself. Every time you set a goal and follow through, you strengthen your self-trust. On the other hand, breaking promises to yourself erodes your confidence over time. Treat your commitments to yourself with the same respect you'd give to others. To live confidently, you must also let go of the need for external approval. Seeking validation from others is a trap that keeps you dependent on their opinions. True confidence comes from within. It's about knowing your worth, regardless of whether others recognize it. When you stop chasing approval, you free yourself to live authentically. Confidence isn't just about how you feel, it's about how you show up. It's in the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, and the energy you bring into a room. Confident people exude a presence that draws others in, not because they're loud or attention-seeking, but because they radiate certainty and self-assurance. Finally, confidence is a choice. It's a decision you make every day to show up fully, to believe in yourself, and to take action despite your doubts. It's a commitment to living boldly and unapologetically, knowing that your potential is limitless. Knowing what you bring to the table is about understanding your value and owning it unapologetically. It's about recognizing your unique skills, experiences, and qualities and having the confidence to assert them in every area of your life. When you truly know what you bring to the table, you stop waiting for others to validate your worth. You step into every situation with clarity, purpose, and self-assurance. The first step in knowing your value is self-awareness. Take the time to reflect on your strengths, talents, and contributions. What do you excel at? What do people consistently turn to you for? What challenges have you overcome that shaped your character and resilience? Your value is not just in what you do, but in who you are and the perspective you bring. Too often, people downplay their abilities or compare themselves to others, thinking they don't measure up. But comparison is a thief of confidence. Your value isn't diminished just because someone else has different strengths. You bring something unique to the table, something no one else can replicate because no one else has walked your path or lived your experiences. Take inventory of your wins, both big and small. What have you accomplished in your personal and professional life? These achievements are evidence of your capabilities and the value you bring. Whether it's leading a successful project, being a dependable friend, or mastering a skill, these moments remind you of your power. Knowing your value also means understanding the impact you have on others. Your kindness, creativity, and leadership, these intangible qualities leave a mark. Sometimes the most valuable things you bring to the table aren't quantifiable. They're the way you make people feel, the energy you contribute, and the perspective you provide. It's important to embrace your flaws and imperfections as part of your value. You don't need to be perfect to be worthy. In fact, your struggles and shortcomings often add depth to your character. They've taught you lessons, built your resilience, and made you who you are today. Once you know what you bring to the table, you must learn to articulate it. In personal relationships, this might mean communicating your needs and boundaries clearly. In your career, it's about confidently sharing your ideas, advocating for yourself, and highlighting your contributions. People can't see your value if you don't show it. But knowing your worth isn't just about what you say, it's also about how you carry yourself. Confidence is a silent yet powerful declaration of value. It's in the way you walk into a room, the way you engage with others, and the way you respond to challenges. When you know your worth, you don't feel the need to prove it to anyone, you simply embody it. Knowing what you bring to the table also requires setting boundaries. When you're unclear about your value, you might tolerate disrespect, settle for less, or give too much without receiving in return. But when you know your worth, you're not afraid to walk away from situations that don't honor it. You understand that compromising your value is too high a price to pay. Your value isn't static, it evolves as you grow. Continuously investing in yourself is a way of increasing what you bring to the table. Learn new skills, expand your knowledge, and seek experiences that challenge and enrich you. Growth not only enhances your capabilities, but also deepens your confidence in your value. At the same time, be mindful of your inner dialogue. How you speak to yourself matters. Self-doubt and negative self-talk can cloud your perception of your value. Replace those thoughts with affirmations that reinforce your strengths and remind you of your worth. Surrounding yourself with the right people can also help you recognize and embrace your value. Supportive friends, mentors, and colleagues can reflect your strengths back to you, especially in moments when self-doubt creeps in. But ultimately, knowing your worth comes from within. It's not dependent on anyone else's opinions or validation. Knowing what you bring to the table empowers you to show up fully in every aspect of your life. It gives you the confidence to take risks, pursue opportunities, and make decisions that align with your goals and values. It also helps you build stronger relationships because when you know your worth, you attract people who see and appreciate it too. Your value is non-negotiable. It's not determined by external circumstances, titles, or material possessions. It's rooted in your essence, who you are, what you stand for, and the unique combination of qualities that make you you. When you truly know what you bring to the table, you stop seeking permission to be great. You claim your place, stand tall, and make your mark. Leadership is not about wielding power or asserting dominance. True leadership is about influence, connection, and the ability to inspire others toward a shared vision. To lead effectively, you must lead with grace, not ego. Grace elevates, ego divides. Grace builds trust and fosters collaboration. Ego undermines relationships and creates resistance. Leading with grace starts with humility. A great leader recognizes that they don't have all the answers and doesn't feel the need to pretend otherwise. They are open to feedback, willing to admit mistakes, and eager to learn. Humility doesn't weaken leadership, it strengthens it. When you lead with humility, you earn respect and create an environment where others feel empowered to contribute their best. Ego, on the other hand, thrives on being right, being in control, and being seen as superior. It blinds leaders to the strengths and insights of others and creates a culture of fear and competition. Ego-driven leadership may achieve short-term results, but it erodes trust and loyalty over time. Grace, in contrast, invites collaboration, authenticity, and sustainable growth. To lead with grace, you must put people first. Leadership is not about serving your own interests, it's about serving those you lead. A graceful leader listens, understands, and prioritizes the needs of their team. They recognize the unique contributions of each individual and create opportunities for others to shine. This isn't about diminishing your own role, it's about amplifying the collective power of the group. Empathy is a cornerstone of leading with grace. Take the time to understand the perspectives and challenges of others. People are more likely to follow a leader who sees them as human beings, not just cogs in a machine. Empathy fosters connection, and connection builds trust. When people feel seen and valued, they're more willing to give their best effort and stand by you in difficult times. Graceful leadership also requires emotional intelligence. You must be aware of your own emotions and how they affect your actions, as well as the emotions of those around you. Ego reacts impulsively, driven by pride or fear. Grace responds thoughtfully, considering the impact of words and actions. Emotional intelligence allows you to navigate conflicts, make balanced decisions, and maintain composure under pressure. Communication is another key element of leading with grace. Speak with clarity, kindness, and purpose. Avoid using your position to belittle or intimidate others. Instead, use your words to uplift, guide, and inspire. A graceful leader knows that their tone and delivery can make the difference between alienating someone and empowering them. Leading with grace doesn't mean being passive or avoiding tough decisions. Graceful leaders are firm but fair. They set clear expectations, hold people accountable, and address issues directly, but they do so with respect and understanding. Grace is not weakness, it's strength under control. It's having the courage to do what's right while maintaining compassion for those involved. A graceful leader also understands the importance of gratitude. They recognize that leadership is a privilege, not an entitlement. Expressing appreciation for the efforts and contributions of others reinforces a culture of respect and positivity. Gratitude not only strengthens relationships, but also fuels motivation and loyalty. Ego-driven leadership often seeks recognition and credit, while graceful leadership focuses on outcomes and impact. A leader with grace is less concerned with who gets the spotlight and more focused on achieving the greater goal. They share credit freely and celebrate the successes of the team, knowing that leadership is about lifting others up, not elevating oneself. One of the most powerful aspects of leading with grace is the ability to inspire through example. Actions speak louder than words, and people look to leaders to model the behavior they expect from others. When you lead with integrity, patience, and fairness, you set a standard that others naturally want to follow. Graceful leadership also involves resilience. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but how you respond to them defines your leadership. Ego crumbles under pressure, often reacting defensively or assigning blame. Grace, however, remains steady and solution-focused, guiding others through uncertainty with confidence and poise. Leading with grace requires a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Ego operates from a place of fear of losing control, respect, or opportunity. Grace trusts that there's enough success, recognition, and opportunity for everyone. This mindset allows a leader to lead with generosity, empowering others without feeling threatened. Ultimately, leading with grace is about leaving a legacy that extends beyond yourself. Ego-driven leadership may achieve momentary glory, but it rarely leaves a lasting impact. Graceful leadership, on the other hand, inspires others to rise, creating ripples of positive change that endure long after your direct influence has ended.